Welcome back to the Peace and Progress podcast, episode 9 million. Today I got a special guest, my dad. This has been something that I was trying to do for like a week now, but then you got sick, so you weren't able to come down last week. But now you're here, and I have no topics, no conversations, no anything. I just wanted to spitball and just see what happens. And if it's a short episode, it is. If it's a long episode, whatever. So what do you have any topics before I just go random?
I was just glad that I could come back out because I missed so much time during the holidays to come back and see the kids and you and Sammy.
Right.
So I just had to be very aware of one, not seeing everybody, and two, keeping myself healthy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that was the main thing. That was the main thrust for me to finally come out.
Because you haven't been out in, what was it, like 3 months?
Yeah, it's been 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So it's always good to come out because then we do Dave and Buster's and we do all the fun stuff.
Sure.
And the kids, all the fun stuff that the kids like to do, obviously. But
yeah. And catch up with...
Me too, though. I like to go to Dave and Buster's.
Yep, for sure. But catch up with what the kids are doing in school and hopefully, the entertainment part of it and hopefully some sports that the kids get into. I enjoy seeing them doing the sports, and I hope they continue.
Yeah, Jax isn't really like obviously big into the sports. Bricks is more the sports person, but which he just mentioned today that he wants to play soccer. I've literally never, I haven't heard him say that, and he's never said that, so I don't know where he got that from. But he's big into baseball.
Yeah,
he likes doing baseball, so he has fun with, as long as he doesn't play catcher, which we found out that you can obviously at this age you can request like positions that they play because everybody, they're only 5, so everybody gets to play each position once, and he hates catcher. So as long as he doesn't have to play catcher, then he's fine.
Yeah,
he likes baseball. But yeah, I've never heard him say he likes soccer. He hated it when they did it last. So, but he did it, and that was always the thing too. And I think, well, this could be a good segue too. I think growing up, it was always like the same concept. Is like I always had to be in something or trying something, and if I didn't like it after that season, I didn't have to do it anymore. But I always had to be doing something that was active. So I did soccer, t-ball, baseball, boxing, basketball until I got into motorcycles. And then I think I stopped doing everything after that. It was football for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then that was it. And then I stopped. But same thing. It was the same concept. Is like for Jackson and Bricks, like you have to try something.
Yeah.
You have to always be active in something, whether it's karate or baseball or soccer or what else they didn't do basketball yet. Yeah. So just baseball, soccer, and karate. But
I do even me growing up, that was sports were big for me. So that was a big part of my life, and I'm glad to see that the kids are trying. It's not a pressure thing at all, and I think that it's good for them. It's healthy. That's the way I see it. And they keep going for whatever they want to do. I'm all for it.
Yeah. Because, well, so you obviously grew up in a very much different environment than here in LA.
Yeah.
Growing up in Ohio, which obviously is a lot different weather conditions. Like it snows there.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys get a lot more rain than we do. At least not recently, maybe, but more rain, more snow. So it's like growing up in a completely different environment than in LA. So what you did was baseball, soccer?
Baseball, football.
Football.
Yeah.
Baseball and football.
I only played 2 years of football. I was very skinny and I was fast, so that was the only positive thing that I had going into football. But I needed to learn, just as well as anybody else, and it was good for me. Sports are always good for me, but my first love was always baseball.
Yeah, baseball. Yeah, the kids love that too, which is good. I didn't mind it, but yeah, I mean, I think it's just like anything else. I think you kind of grow out of it at a certain point, or at least for them, they're obviously into more like, they're still at that age where they like video games and TV. And so, I mean, what kid doesn't? But yeah, so the goal obviously is to have them in a sport every season, but they have to find something that they like. And then if they don't like it after the season is over, then they don't have to do it anymore. Right. So that was always the thing. So we're just trying to find, like, I think Jax is the harder one because he's into so much different. Like Bricks is more of like the actual athletic type where he plays baseball and like he's into the running and doing all that stuff. And Jax doesn't like to do that. So we have to find, like he did karate for a little bit. And then we're trying to find him like a Minecraft class or something that he can do with like computer coding and whatever. So, but yeah, as long as he's in something, it doesn't really matter what they're in, you know?
Yeah. And again, it's not a push thing. It never should be, allow the kids to, formulate what they wanted, out of what they were doing and let them do it. I was impressed when both of them were doing karate. I thought that was probably a good plus for them.
Yeah.
And
physical and self-defense and all that stuff for sure.
Exactly.
Did you ever see them do it? Did you come? You did come to the karate class?
Yeah, we went to the classes. I wasn't here all the time, but I think I saw both of them in karate 2 times for sure, possibly 3.
Yeah.
And it was enjoyable. They were listening, they were attentive, and they seemed like they were having a good time.
For the most part. Probably not Bricks.
Well,
probably not Bricks then.
They all, your attention span when you're that age.
His ADD, yeah, it's crazy.
A little bit crazy, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they enjoyed karate for the most part. But then it gets, I think the next level up from where they were was like a little bit more intense, and it wasn't as much because they were still playing games with the karate. So they were doing like run around and like tag and like, freeze tag and like certain drills. And then the next level up was a lot more like advanced and like actual like moves and stuff. And they weren't into that. So then they were like, well, we want to take a break. So
yeah.
That's what they ended up doing.
It's good to let them, make their own choices and, move on into something else. It's just, I've always thought that it's good entertainment to do whatever. When you were a kid, you wanted to get into motorcycles, and that was my
I don't think I wanted to get into motorcycles as much as you wanted me to get into motorcycles.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Until I got dragged. We could tell that story.
But we had a lot of fun. We went to
of course.
Gorman many times.
Yes.
We even went with my cousin Dennis and just had a great time.
I think we only went to Gorman. I've never been anywhere else.
Well, I didn't want to take you to Mojave.
McDonald's parking lot.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's about it. Or the back lot. That was where I got dragged, wasn't it, up here? Yeah.
I was hoping you'd forget that.
No, you don't forget that. I was only, I think I was only 10.
All right, so here's a quick story. I left his 90 little motorcycle.
No,
50. It was a 50.
No. It was a 70, Honda 70.
There you go, Honda 70. And I left it in gear, and I drove it. I rode it around a little bit just to give him an idea what he was about to do. And I got off the bike. It was in gear. When Jeff straddled the bike, he actually turned the throttle on, and it dragged him for a good 10 feet. And
at least 10 feet. It was probably way more than that.
End of story. He never.
No, that's not true. I rode after that.
Yeah,
I did right after that.
Came home crying. I got my butt beat by Jen because I made him cry, and that was not a forgiving thing. That we still bring it up.
Yeah.
But we always had a good time. We always went out, and he got into it, and he enjoyed it. And we did it for a few years before it stopped.
A long time, at least probably 10. No, not 10.
I wouldn't think 10.
It was like 5. Yeah, because I think we sold it to get my car.
Yeah.
Because then I wanted to drive.
You had new helmets. You had new.
Yeah. Well, that was at the time. So I had the Honda 70, and then the other one after that, it was a 85, I think.
Yeah, that was
a Kawasaki.
Race bike.
Yeah, but those were the only 2 that I had, and then I think after that I got my license, and so I just started driving everywhere that I went.
That was the boy in him that wanted to be a man. So we had to put the motorcycles away, and he wanted a car.
Oh yeah, I thought we were talking about being dragged.
No.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course. Well, who wouldn't want a car over? I can't do anything on a dirt bike.
Yeah.
I can't go anywhere.
Not with a little girl, you can't.
No.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's crazy. I forgot about that story. That's actually that spot is still open too. They were supposed to build houses there.
That spot where you fell is
the spot. Yeah, it's right behind our house. It's over the freeway in Yosemite.
Wow.
For those that know the freeway or back over the freeway.
Yeah.
It's like a little dirt spot. Well, it's actually, no, I take that back. It's not open. Well, the land is open, but it's private property now. The house, I think the house that's next door to it bought the land. So there's like fences up. You can't even go in
I
it.
didn't even know there was anything.
Well, there was actually, there was a fence when we went back there, which was illegal to be back there, but we still went anyway.
Yeah, for sure. Any place you could ride, you go.
Yeah, we went to Santa Susana where the railroad station is. I remember we got pulled over there. And then we went behind Nexicor at one point too.
Yeah.
And rode back there on the cement.
I don't know if we got busted that time.
Not at Nexicor. That was at Santa Susana. I guess, I don't know if it's called Santa Susana Park. There's baseball diamonds up there.
Yeah.
Over by where the train station is, off of Cooner.
Obviously, we weren't supposed to be riding there.
No. Well, it's a baseball diamond.
Yeah.
So it was off season. There was obviously no baseball being played, but we were in the parking lot, which now they actually filled in the parking lot. It's cement now. It's a cement parking lot. It was dirt before, yeah.
I haven't been there.
But that was back.
Time.
I mean, I had to have been
10.
Well, yeah, it was at least 10. I was probably like 12. Mm-hmm. So that would have been 2002. 2002.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a long time ago, but yeah, they filled it in. Now it's all cement and there's like parking spaces there now. It's nice, a lot nicer than it was back when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, living here my whole life. And then Gertrude. We were just actually talking about Gertrude. What were we saying about Gertrude though? We were talking about going to McDonald's. How often I used to go to McDonald's.
And you promised me you'd eat all your food, so I had to buy him the toy that went with the food, and naturally I ended up throwing half of it away.
But now it's full circle since I have my own kids that do the same thing.
Yeah, now he can get.
It's karma.
That's right. Karma's
it comes back
to you.
Yeah. Yep.
Take care of the kids. That's what you got to do.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So what else? What else could
we talk about?
Or we could keep it light.
You went through a few cars, didn't you?
I had
before your truck.
Yeah, I had 3 before the one I have now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Altima, and then I had a Silverado, and then a Ford Fusion, and then the truck.
Right.
Yeah.
I always had a truck because it was always fun to either go riding or go fishing, whatever we could do.
Yeah.
Put everything in the truck and let's go.
Yeah, and I think that, well, I got this Silverado just because I think I wanted a truck. I don't know why. But then at that time where I was working was in LA, and I was using all of my money that I was making on my job all the money that I was making from my job, I was using it on gas. And so I didn't have any money, and I was like 20 at the time. So I didn't have any money left over. So that was when like eco cars started coming out, and like, not electric, but like just eco-friendly cars. And so I got the Ford Fusion for 3 years. I leased that, and then I hated it. But then obviously I don't think Jax was born yet when I got my truck. But I think that was like the idea is like, obviously it's going to have more space. Yeah. You're going to have more space for the kids and all that stuff. Sure. So, yeah. And then that's a 2016. So I've had that thing for 10 years. I finally paid it off last year.
Long time.
So now I don't have a payment, which is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also a Toyota. So it's helpful. It has 50,000 miles on it. So it'll run at least for another 100,000.
Oh, easy.
So
easy.
Yeah, which took me 10 years to even put 50,000 miles on it. So, I mean, I'll have that thing for at least another 10. Mm. But yeah, I've never been a big car person. So, like, I never cared. Yeah. But the Ultima was fun until it wasn't. Until I got too many tickets in it.
That did happen.
Yeah, lots of tint tickets for sure. And then I learned my lesson. And now I don't put tint on my cars. So.
Yeah, those are the days. That's what. Would you have at Gertrude? I was trying to think of. You didn't have anything. You were too young to drive at that point when
we lived on Gertrude Street. I was only 7.
Yeah, you were young, very young. So it was Marley's when everything started happening.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
Yeah, once I had cars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And also, which is interesting too, because obviously living in this house since that was 1997 was when we moved in here. And so I actually, not this room. This is the only room I've never lived in. I've had every other room in the house. So it's interesting now. obviously Jax has my first room. That was my first room. I think this was always an office, huh?
And then Brixie's room. Did you sleep
Yeah, I moved in there. Well, yeah. So I don't know why. It's interesting. I don't know why this was the case, or if it was your decision or not. But obviously, where Brixton's room is right next to the master bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why I was given this room, because it's the furthest room away from the master. I don't know. Maybe just to have my own bathroom.
I don't know.
But yeah, so Jackson's room was my first room, and then when I was old enough, I wanted a better view. So I got Brixton's room, which has a view of the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this was always an office. I don't think this was ever anything. This was never a room
for anybody to stay in.
Not that I've known of. Yeah, we always, because we used to have a computer, was right here. There was a desk with a computer.
Right.
And then there was I guess like not a desk. I don't know. There was something over there. I don't remember what it was. But there was never furniture here. There used to be a phone on the wall here. And I think the closets have always been there. I don't remember. I think
it was just a place to use a computer.
It was like an office. Yeah. An extra office. And maybe there was a desk over there too, like a second desk. Yeah. But I know there was a desk right here behind me, and then there was a computer that looked out the window. Yeah, it's been that was back in the day of AOL, for the people that know. Instant messaging. That's what we used to do. Actually, Sammy and I used to instant message in this room.
Really?
When I was like 12. Yeah. 13. Yeah. 12, 13. Yeah. Back in the day. Still in the same house. And now it's the podcast studio / office / guest room.
Yeah.
So
/ whatever you need it for.
That's it. Overflow.
Yeah.
Everything. All the toys. There's a ton of toys, which is off camera. Obviously, you can't see, but there's a ton of toys and like a TV stand and a TV and a printer, and so there's just like random stuff. And then that closet is full of all of my shoes and jackets. I'm sure you're not surprised. Yeah.
Yeah. What a surprise.
Yeah. So all my overflow shoes and jackets.
You never got rid of them either.
No, I actually still have shoes from high school.
Really?
And to date myself now, I'm coming up on my 20-year reunion.
For high school?
Yeah. I've almost been out of high school for 20 years.
That's crazy.
In 2028, so in 2 more years, will be my 20-year reunion. And I still have shoes from when I was in like 10th grade. Yeah, 11th grade. And they still fit. Wow. But I used to buy, I think that's it. I don't know where it started, but I had so many shoes because when I used to work at Nexicor and I didn't have any bills and I was finally making $10 an hour, which to me was huge. So I bought a new pair of shoes every weekend. I had every pair of Vans. And so I never got to like wear them in. So they're still in like brand new condition, but I probably have, I know how many shoes I have now, but I probably have 20 to 30 pairs of Vans.
Still.
From high school, yeah. Because I used to buy one every weekend. I was making $10 an hour and I had no bills.
When did you start 118?
That was before high school.
I used to roll my eyes because that was a given. You didn't want anything from anywhere else.
You know where that came from? Brian Johnson.
Really?
Yeah, he used to go to 118.
Oh.
But he was rich at the time. So he still is, but him and his family had money. And so that was like the go-to spot that was like where you got all like the best clothes or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to that was like always the thing, like always in high school and middle school, you always wanted to have the best clothes coming back to school. So 118, because we used to have IG. Remember IG Board Shop?
Oh yeah.
Off of First Street?
Mm-hmm.
But then that wasn't cool at some point. They had all cool stuff, and then it wasn't cool anymore. Then 118 Board Shop, which was in the Valley.
You got to follow the flow.
The trend, yeah. We had that. We had IG. I keep hitting that. We had IG and Surf and West.
Wow. Crazy.
And then, both of them went out of business. But, yeah. IG and Surf and West, and then they just weren't cool.
It's a shop. You still probably got some of that stuff.
From IG?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to buy the sunglasses because Independent. Or no, Spies. Spies was like the brand, yeah. Spies was the cool. Independent was the clothes to wear with the cross on it. That's what but that was the cool stuff at IG and Surf and West, and then 118 Board Shop they carried all that too, but they had all of like the top, because the shirts were probably like $50, $60 a shirt, sweatshirts $120.
Sure.
It was like one of those spots, so I could only get like one outfit for the whole year of school because it cost like $250 for one outfit. A pair of jeans was like $60.
Nothing ever changed. I mean, even when I was in school, everybody.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say with me.
No, everybody wanted to dress the way somebody else dressed.
Of course, well, it's like the back to school. When you go back to school, you go back to school shopping.
Yeah.
And you had to have all the coolest clothes and shoes and whatever.
Yeah.
So that was the place I used to go because I used to go to Mervin's. Nobody here will remember that, but we used to have a Mervin's, which was like, I guess it would be the equivalent of like Kohl's now. Would be like a Kohl's shop because we had Mervin's and Kmart. I don't think I ever shopped at Kmart, but we used to go to Mervin's for everything. Yeah. Always my back to school clothes was always from Mervin's.
Yeah.
So, but now I thought you were going to say me because now I feel like I shop a lot more like frugally. Like I don't spend money on clothes like I used to.
Still Amazon though.
I buy stuff from Amazon. Clothes, not really, but I buy a lot of shirts from Target because they're like $6 a shirt, $7 a shirt. But I mean, most people know me by now, know Young LA.
Yeah.
Is pretty much just because they have gym clothes and then like this outfit that I'm wearing now, I would be wearing it to train my clients and I would wear it out like and about if we went to dinner or what, obviously if it's not fancy, but I've had clients ask me that. They're like, so what do you wear? Do you wear pants when you go out? And well, like jeans. And I said, no, the only place I wear jeans to is church.
I'm still wearing sweats.
Right. And that's always my joke of like becoming a personal trainer. It's like, I just want to wear sweats all day and get paid to do it. So, but yeah, I mean, I go out in the same outfit. So anyway, so Young LA and they're relatively cheap.
Yeah.
Like their shirts are like $25.
You can get away with it now, but
yeah. So it's like, I don't go to like high end. I've never been like high end, like shopping like that. I've always said, if you're going to spend $200 for one item, I would rather get like 4 or 5 items for the same price. But so, yeah.
Whatever.
Yungala.
Going. Huh?
Yungala. That's where I wear.
That's it.
Yungala. And then, I just wear the same stuff, work and out. Like I will go to the movies in this.
T-shirts and sweats or T-shirts and shorts. That's usually the way I go.
Yeah, people are shocked when they find out that I wear the same outfit outside. Like we'll all go to Target dressed the same way and then you'll find me dressed like this. Yeah. And people think that that's my work attire, but it's like my everyday. So I just like to be comfortable, but
that's what you got to do.
It is what it is.
That's it.
So, all right. Anything else or are we?
I don't know. Have we covered everything?
We could go over whatever.
Feel like,
or we could do another one another time. It doesn't have to be.
Well,
just a little, just to like jump into it.
Yeah. I don't know. You can lead if you want. Got anything else?
I didn't know. I didn't really have a plan of action. I just wanted to do. So I'll tell you, this is one of the reasons why. And then when I found out you were coming down, I was like, well, that would be perfect. But I had said, so Sammy and I started this last year and it was like a way kind of just to like break out of the normal routine of like our nighttime routine, right? So we put the kids to bed. We just talked about this not too long ago. Put the kids to bed, and then we usually will sit on the couch with like a show or a movie on just as background noise to not even watch anything. And then both of us are sitting on the couch like scrolling on our phones and not really talking or doing anything. And then it's just like, okay, I'm tired, you're tired, let's go to bed. And then we go to bed and it's the same thing all over again. Like we wake up, go to work, kids, and then sit on the couch and scroll.
Conversation.
No, I mean, not that there's not, but like, I think that now in this, because obviously when I was growing up, we didn't have cell phones or anything like that. So people actually sat at the dinner table and talked like we did tonight, but without watching TV or being distracted on our phones. So that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to start this, was to like get out of that routine and that habit. Like we don't do one every single night, one of these, but like once a week. And then that'll be like a routine instead of being on the couch watching a show or scrolling on our phones. So it's like forcing that conversation. But I already knew that I had wanted to have it be with other people, not just me and her all of the time. Because I think it's just interesting having conversation with people. Like I've had like the other girl I told you about that came on, she's a hairstylist who works in Thousand Oaks, and she used to train with me. So she was a client of mine for like 2 years, I think, back in the day. And so we just talked about like her business and like just what she does for work and like everything that she's been doing recently in life. And so that was the idea. But the goal for 2026 I said I wanted to have 10 different people on in the year, at least 10 different people. So that's why I said when I found out you were coming out, I was like, well, that's perfect. Then that'll be the first person for the year of 2026 that's not Sam. So
gotcha.
That was the whole point. Okay. So yeah, it didn't have to be. That's why I said I didn't have a topic or like a conversation. I was just like, just to go over whatever, just go back and forth. So that's it.
That's it.
That's all we got.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure you're tired too. This is actually your bed. I have to leave so that you can go to sleep.
It's a good drive, but
you got to be exhausted.
Yeah. Okay. It's just catching up with everything, but I'm just glad I made it here.
Yeah.
Feeling good and being able to be, still hopefully be healthy. Mm-hmm. That's the main thing.
Yeah, and I think that's a good place too, because then that way, once I edit this and then put it out, and then maybe the next time you're out or whatever, or to have another topic of ideas to talk about from the previous one.
Exactly.
Just to kind of, so anyway, okay. So we can end it there. We'll wrap it up, I think, because you got to go to bed and then I got to tear all this stuff down. So you don't have to sleep with all this.
I'll give you a hand.
Yeah, no, you're good. All right. So we'll end it there. That's it.
Okay.
Thanks for coming to my thanks for coming to my podcast. And then Sammy always says, bye. So you have to do that part now.
Bye.
Peace.
All right.